We had 8 departures this year, 6 of them now filled, 2 left for now. Shefty was on ESPN yesterday morning. I saw this article last night speculating about the possibility of Andy Reid retiring. Now, I heard a couple of weeks ago the Chiefs at least have on their radar screen the possibility that he will call it quits after this year. I have no reason to think he will or won't. I do believe and I do know the Chiefs are at least preparing for the possibility of it happening. Schefter's point was Belichick could just wait to see what happens with the Chiefs, and maybe the Chiefs would hire him to come work with Patrick Mahomes, and that may have some appeal on the surface. Although I think the players, possibly, if not likely, including Mahomes, would make a big push for Eric Bieniemy to come back and be the head coach regardless. It doesn't matter unless Andy Reid retires, and their final game of the season very well could be on Sunday. Do you have any thoughts on whether or not this potential additional vacancy for Belichick will come to be?
I don't think Andy Reid's going to retire. I think there are a few reasons why, but Mike, it could change absolutely unequivocally. I'm not saying that he won't retire. I'm saying I don't think he will retire. And let me give you two or three reasons. So last Sunday after the game, I've been fortunate enough after several games to go into Andy Reid's office and sit with him while he takes a few deep breaths and prepares to get dressed so that he can get on the bus and go to the plane and go home. Andy Reid was in no rush last Sunday. I was in that room for 15 minutes. And at one point, he took out a notebook. And it was a journal. And I looked at it, and he showed it to me. He showed me, he said, I wrote in my journal today about this game. And he basically wrote about what he thought was going to happen in this game. And Mike, when I say that it looked like Andy Reid was a professor of penmanship somewhere, this in red rollerball was absolutely beautiful cursive, thoughtful, time-consuming, small writing, but page after page after page. And he does this. He said, I do it, I think he said, I do it either every day or almost every day. And it's just something, he said, I've done it since 11th grade. Andy Reid is still absolutely loving what he's doing. At one point, Matt Nagy came in and hugged him around the neck and said something to him. And you could tell that it was sort of an emotional moment, that they're so happy that all I'm saying is, look, this guy's 65. I'm 66. You never know what you're going to do at the end of a season. Maybe you walk away. You just don't know. But what I can say about Reid is that he loves this job. I don't believe he's tired at all. And Mike, when I say I sat with him for 15 minutes, he was savoring the 282nd victory of his career, and he did not want to go anywhere. And that is why when I look at him and deep down, and I talk to him quite often, I have not heard this from him at all. Again, I'm not saying it won't happen. If you ask me what my belief is, I don't think he's going to retire.
You know, the most important takeaway I have for what you just told me, when you were talking about the beautiful penmanship of Andy Reid, you reminded me of Uncle Leo praising the penmanship of a young Jerry Seinfeld once upon a time. He had a great penmanship. Didn't I always compliment you on your penmanship? Well, it's an interesting insight, and we'll see what happens. And, you know, one of the things I heard a couple of weeks ago when there was this churn about what Mike Tomlin's going to do, and it's a very important point. A lot of times during a football season, people feel worn down, and they will say things like, I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore. And then the season ends, and you're like, what the hell else am I going to do? And you're instantly recommitted to everything that you complained about for the last 2 months. So good stuff on Andy Reid, and if that's the case, then Commanders, Seahawks, the last two openings, Bill Belichick not likely to get one, which is why the odds now for Bill Belichick's destination 2024, week 1, they have fallen all the way to minus 2,000. Not the head coach of any NFL team for Bill Belichick in 2024. So it's almost off the board. I'm surprised it's even still on the board at this point because that looks like where it is going. On DraftKings Sportsbook, this NFL playoffs, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every day. Download the app and use the promo code PFTLive. When you sign up, DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.